Toxicity and tilting are two very well-known and infamous aspects of gaming. Most players have experienced these and, less willing to admit, have partaken in toxic behavior. More commonly, players have been tilted. These are two very similar but different behaviors. So, let's talk about toxicity and tilting in video games. So first, let's talk about toxicity. Toxicity is described as someone who constantly creates a bad atmosphere which interferes with your gaming experience. Now to dive more deeply into this. It is usually a negative individual who often tries to upset or provoke other players by arguing with, yelling at, harassing, or otherwise just being rude and confrontational. Now these people are often either naturally toxic people or are a product of others being toxic towards them. Now this, as you can see, would be a repeating cycle. Toxic players being toxic and causing others to change and be toxic as well. So, what does the toxic behavior cause within the gaming community? Not only does this cause a general negative vibe, but it causes players to tilt. Now, what is tilting? Tilting is when a player is agitated to a point where they can no longer function within the game they're playing, and as a result, start to play worse. Now, have you ever been yelled at by another player, told you are trash, or even just been angry with the game itself? And as a result, start to yell, miss shots, make bad decisions, or just play worse in general? Well, guess what? You are tilted. Now, tilting isn't your fault. One, you can't help how you feel regardless of what people tell you. And when people tell you what to do, to relax and chill out, it can tilt you even more. And two, it could be other players being toxic. But blaming your tilt on others could be dangerous, as it would result in you focusing your negative feelings towards other players and in turn making yourself toxic. But these are just problems with no solution. So, let me try to help this problem. How do we fix toxicity and tilting? Well, to be honest, there isn't one fix. People are always going to be toxic. In any game that requires skill, there are going to be different players at different skill levels. And when these different levels of players play together, some are going to get frustrated and in turn will be toxic, as it is most likely their personality. But we can remedy it by reducing toxicity in ourselves and not spreading it around. And similarly, recognize when we are getting tilted and reduce that problem. So first, let's remedy toxicity. How do we do this? Well, step 1. Recognize when you or others are being toxic and stop engaging. If you're the one being toxic, it will be hard, but recognize it. Notice that your behavior is negative, and stop. If another player isn't playing at the same level, instead of calling them trash, that they are a noob, or to get good, try to help them or say good try. They might just be new or having an off day like all of us do, and calling them trash doesn't help them at all. Give them calm tips on what they could do differently or better. Tell them what would help the team more as a whole in the current situation. Now, what if another player is being toxic? Well, the best method is to just not engage. If they call you trash, don't call them trash back. If the player is just looking for confrontation and you don't engage with them, they will eventually stop and get bored when they don't get anything back. Be nice to them. Give them praise. Say good job, nice shot, and try not to be sarcastic about it. If they are being negative while you're being positive, it will most likely wear them out and they might just stop the toxic behavior. And if all else fails, that is what the mute button is for. Now, what about being tilted? Well, it is a similar first step. Recognize you are being tilted. Notice you are agitated and not playing well because of it. Then, what I like to do is take a second and take a breath. Relax the best I can and focus on the game. When something annoying happens, instead of freaking out and getting pissed, focus on what went wrong and try to fix it for next time. And if you need to take a break, get some water, some food, or just watch some TV and take a quick break to chill out and come back with a level head. In conclusion, toxicity and tilting are big problems within the gaming community. Toxic players make experienced people not want to play, and new people wary of games. And tilting causes people to play worse and have unnecessary stress in their life. There are ways to fix these problems, but only the gaming community as a whole can fix them. Thanks for watching.